right, ladies and gentlemen, we's about to start some baseball. And, obviously, big thing is Hanwha with an 8 game winning streak. Not only just an 8 game winning streak, but also 8 straight wins by the starters. Uh, Lotte yesterday almost came back. A couple questionable decisions, especially by the third base coach to send him on the outfield single. They had the go-ahead run or the winning run at the plate in the bottom of the ninth with 2 runners on, but it grounded into a game-ending double play. So Hanwha scored 6 early, did not score again after that. Actually, did not even have a hit with the runners on base after that. So they also did use a lot of their bullpen guys. Kim So-hyun struggled in the ninth inning. So Hanwha will have to replicate that because Ryuhyun Jin does not go deep into games. I think he's only gone 6 innings twice, maybe 3 times. He has not gone into the seventh yet. So An Ji-hong will lead things off, getting his first start since coming back, and looks at a strike right down the middle. A very robust 65 batting average on the season, not a 650, a 65 batting average. 0 for 1 yesterday, and that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman makes the play, the throw over and scoops it, and that'll be one away. That was a adventure at third there. Slapped it down. Actually, was able to hold on to it in a not a great throw, but An Ji-hong doesn't exactly move the quickest. Yeah, he wish he was hitting 65. So Park Se-young out on the mound. He does not pitch well against Hanwha, but he does pitch really well at home. So as I don't know what that was just about, but so Florio stepping in 298 on the season. He's trying to get back over that or get to that 300 mark, as that is outside, and it's 1-0. So Park Se-young, 5 games, he's 4-1. 236 ERA, 256 ERA, 236. Let me check my writing. Two something six. I don't even know. My handwriting's so bad. That is ball two. So 42 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's not a guy that walks a lot of guys. So there should not be too many free passes in today's game, as that's a swing and a miss there, and it's 2-1. Doesn't strike out a ton, but he has strikeout stuff. 124 strikeouts in 173 innings last year. He's got 42 strikeouts in 31 innings this year. So I don't know what has changed. But in his last last 3 starts, he's had 12 strikeouts, 9 strikeouts, and 9 strikeouts. So I don't know what is the difference between last year and this year, but he is striking out a lot more guys. And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Florio with a 13-game hitting streak on the line, and he fouls that one right back, and he'll stay 2-2. So last year against Hanwha, 4.98 ERA in 5.89 ERA in 3 games. But against Hanwha, he pitched much better in Busan, as that's going to be a swing and a miss as it drops out of the bottom of the zone, and that is 2 away. A little hesitation, throw off your timing a bit. All right, Moon Hyun-bin will step in as he looks at strike one on the outside, and it's 0-1. And here comes the 0-1. And outside, 1-1. Well, Moon Hyun-bin hitting 304 on the season. He dropped below 300 and then bounced back up. Park Se-young 4-pitch arsenal, as most of them. Actually, might have a fifth pitch every once in a while, but the four main pitches: four seam fastball most of the time, 37%, 146, which is pretty good for a right-hander in the KBO. Slider off of that 32% of the time at 133. As that's going to be a swing and a miss there, and it's 2-2. Then from there, he also has a curveball that he's going to throw 19% of the time at 121, and then a forkball 12% of the time. If you're unaware of what a forkball is, it's basically a split finger fastball, but your fingers are kind of dug in a little bit more, and it kind of floats out. As that is slapped away. He didn't look like he had much of a swing on that, but did foul it away. Basically, it's your split finger, but it's gonna be deep in there, and it's kind of gonna fall out of your fingers, I guess. As here comes the 2-2 pitch, slaps away, ball three, and it stays 2-2. Forkball is a very, very, very common pitch for Korean pitchers. You never see a split finger, just a forkball. Almost to the point where I wonder if they automatically call a split finger a forkball in the KBO. Is the 2-2 swing and a miss, and that's two strikeouts in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 1-2-3 went Hanwha. We'll see what happens with the Korean monster on the mound. Korean monster. Strikeout, a strikeout, a strikeouts. Maybe that's what has changed. Maybe everybody's amazed at his spectacles. That's why his strikeouts have increased so much this year. Very, very strange. Again, last year at home, 100 innings at home and 71 strikeouts. In 18 innings against Hanwha, he had 15 strikeouts, 173 innings on the season, 124 strikeouts. But this year, he's striking out more than 10. 10 per 9 is what he's averaging here. All right, Ryun Jin out on the mound. An Chi-hong over at second instead of Wang Young Mook. 254 on the season with the ERA for Ryun Jin. He's 2-0. He's won his last two starts. He was bailed out in the start before that against Samsung, where he gave up 4 runs in 5 innings, but Hanwha was able to come back and win that game with, I think, 3 runs in the 8th and 3 in the 9th to win 7-6 or something like that. He does not get a lot of run supports. That's the big thing, is he does not get a lot of run supports. If he's giving up 2 or 3 runs, it's usually not a good thing for Hanwha, as they just don't score when he's on the mound. They will score when he gets off of the mound in his games, but for the most parts, while he is up there on the mound, they do not score. As Wang Sung Bin fouls that into JJ Hoon's rib, and it's 0-1. Not really a bunt, a little swanт as he kind of throws the bat at it. 357 on the season, though, for the Lotte leadoff batter, as that's going to be chopped, and An Chi-hong grabs it, throws, and that will be 1 away. Need to go to the doctor, I think. All right, Yoon Dong-hee steps in. He moved up from the bottom of the lineup. He was in the 6th spot yesterday. Moved up into the 2nd spot. Go Sung-min drops down 1 spot in the lineup to 3rd, and then Jun Jin-woo was in 3rd spot last night, and he is down into the 6th spot. So it's the same lineup as yesterday. but just a few different order as the 1-1 is fouled away, and it's 1-2. There's my stuff from yesterday. What did he hit yesterday? 3 for 5 yesterday with a single, a double, a run scored, an RBI single, and then but that big 5-4-3 game-ending double play in the 9th inning. Yeah. Lotte has been able to be a playoff team without his bat, really, as he's just now up to 240 on the season after that 3 for 5 last night as he lays off of that. And we've got our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's all celebrate some lovely, lovely full counts. And the 3-2, a swing and a miss, and that is 2 away. Backdoor cutter. Hyunjin, 4 pitches, obviously. Most of the time, he's going to throw his fastball, 4-seam fastball, 46% of the time, 141. Off of that, a changeup, 29% of the time, 128 on the changeup is that is in there for a strike on the outside corner, and then throws a cutter 16% of the time, 133, and then also mixes in a very slow curve, as that was the slow curve there, and just gets out of play, and it's 0-2. Slow curve averages 110 kilometers an hour. It is not a great thing. As Yuhanjin on this team, he hit 600 against Yuhanjin. Not too shabby, I guess. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Just catches the outside corner, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be strikeouts number 2 of the looking variety, and we will go to the second inning. It's all zeros all the time. 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3. 2 Ks and 2 Ks. 5-3 ground out, a 4-3 ground out, a strikeout, a strikeout, a strikeout, a strikeout. Kiwi, you gonna order that Kia uniform? Yeah. When is the see, I hate the Hanwha uniform. Yeah, but it's only Yuhanjin apparently, is what I understand. Like, it's not like anybody. It's just like, this uniform that is only Yuhanjin, or the Yes I See uniforms that were only Yuhanjin. Because that's all they ever do. They never have like actual collabs. They had for the kids club, they had Bread Barbershop or whatever. That's right, Bread Barbershop. But they don't have it for like the actual team, like the actual uniforms or anything. As No Shiwan steps in, 15 pitches in that first inning, is that just misses on the inside, and it's 1-0. No Shiwan tied for first with the 8 home runs. As that is going to be ripped into left field. Reyes will cut it off. Will he turn first? He will, but he will hang out there, and that will be a leadoff single for Noshiwan. There goes the no-hitter in the perfect game, ladies and gentlemen. And there goes the no-hitter in perfect game. I'm really I hate the fact that they got rid of the best uniform. And Che and Sung steps in, looks at strike one at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. I hate how they got rid of yeah. Luke, are you on vacation? It's, it's early. You making your students watch? All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Ah, well, thank you for gracing us with your presence. 3.45 pitches in at bat. That doesn't seem like much. Those things are ugly. Those navy blue pinstripe things. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch to Che Song, 286 on the season. He is trying to get something going here as he fouls it into his foot, and it's 2-2. Yesterday, 0 for 3 with a walk, a run scored, a ground out, and a strikeout. I have to think that Lotte wins this game. It's so hard to get a long winning streak like this. Yunjin did not pitch well against Lotte last year. Almost an ERA of 5. As that is just missed on the inside corner. I thought that was a looking K, but instead we've got a full count, which is the only thing better. It's whichever team doesn't make an error or makes the least amount of errors is going to win. Lotte used some of their bullpen guys yesterday, since the game ended up being close, but Hanwha used all their bullpen guys yesterday. And here comes the 3-2 pitch in the dirt, and that will be a walk. They've now got runners on first and second with nobody outs, and everybody knows what that means, lady. All right, first and second. Kenny, you are just in time for the great, fantastic bunt. Ain't old enough. He's like 30. He's been around a while, man. Isn't he? 97. 27 years old. That is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1, 149 on the gun. 289 on the season for Eugene Young. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that misses, and it's a 1-1. He pulled it back to not bunts. Yep, wrap those fingers right around the bats. That's a perfect way to bunt it too hard and break your fingers. All right, the 1-1 pitch. And that's a strike at the bottom of the zone. And just like that, the bunt is useless because now he's got to swing with 2 strikes and he's a strikeout hitter. Yeah, let's bunt it anyway. All right, now he's got to swing. Big hole in between this short and third is the shortstop is in double play depth. Hanging out close to the bag. And the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2. There's a reason for that. SSG already up, and Doosan already up, and Samsung already up. Man, offenses are going wild. And that was misses way upstairs, and that's going to be another full count. I said in the start of this that these guys don't walk a ton of guys, but here we go. And he's already walked one, and will he walk the bases loaded just to prove me wrong? All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch. Sets up right down the middle. Misses low, and he walks the bases loaded. Like Luke said, it's the start of a big inning. Im Jong-chan with a bases loaded bunt. Interesting. Already 14 pitches, pitch number 15 coming up. As Yu Gong Nam will head out to talk to Pak Seun. You don't think it's going to be a 4-2? I'm going to go. I'm going to go crazy here. I'm going to go. This is going to be a 4-2-3 double play. 4-2-3 double play. 192 on the season for Im Jong-chan. .192. And that's a strike in there, and it's 0-1. Nice curveball there. Im Jong-chan in his career. Don't think he has a grand slam. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Misses up, and it's 1-1. Yunjin hanging out over there in the Hanwha dugouts. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Im Jong-chan sets up on the outside, and a swing and a miss as he missed badly. Back across, then low, and it's 0-2. All right, what does he throw here? Does he throw a slider? Try to backdoor slider here. Sets up, that's going to be ripped foul. Tried to get a forkball in there, and it was not successful, ladies and gentlemen. Said, surprised he doesn't try to backdoor slider here. Im Jong-chan chases off. All right, here comes the 1-2 once again. It sets up on the outside this time. And he lifts it to left field. Foul. A very, very long foul ball. Keeps throwing the forkballs. All righty, here comes the 1-2 once again. Pitch number 35, pitch number 20 of this inning. And that's going to chop it foul, and we'll have another pitch. That was the slider I was asking for earlier. Finally throws it. Yeah, it is not. It's a right-handed pitcher, though, not a lefty, though. So that might have a lot to do with it. All right, sets up on the outside. Nope, moves back across the middle. And did he go? I don't think he did. No, he did not. 2-2. He wanted to do his best 16. Tried to chase the curveball in the dirt. Oh, he went. Oh, he went. Should be a strikeout and 1 out, but and there's the strikeout that took him an extra pitch, but still. Third strikeout of the day for Pak Seung, and Hanwha now will have the brick wall. Che Jae-hoon steps in with the bases loaded, trying to get somebody home to give Hanwha an early lead. Hit by pitch RBI, HBP RBI. All righty, 37 pitches already for Pak Seung, and that is in there for strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Che Jae-hoon had yesterday off, and also had Tuesday off, and also had Monday off. Oh, 38 pitches, 289 on the season for Che Jae-hoon. Here comes as they set up on the outside, and that is way outside, and it's 1-1. He does have a lot of speed. It's tough to double up if you're throwing with your opposite hand. All righty, here comes the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls that one away, and it's 1-2. Yeah, the catcher knows that pitch because he calls it every single time. It's an 0-2 count to a right-handed batter. All right, here comes a big pitch. 1-2 counts. Bases loaded, 1 out. Can they get him to roll over on something? And here comes the 1-2 as he fouls it away, and it stays 1-2. Yuan Jen warming up. Knows that the inning can be ended with 1 pitch. And is hoping that it's not, though. All right, the 1-2 pitch wags the bat back and forth. Got his kick starting going with the front leg. And that is foul. Hanwha is about a foot from being up like 12-0 in this game. Good. A little late on it. All right, what do they throw here? Do they try to burn him with a fastball? That was a fastball there. What do they try to get him with? Slider down and away? Sorry about that. And the 1-2. There was the slider down and away, and he pops him up. Second baseman out there. That'll be an infield fly. And a 2 away. Big out there from Pak Seung. That'll bring up one of the most dangerous hitters in the league when playing an opening day versus your old team. I think that is a statistic. I'm pretty sure that's a statistic. 164 on the season. Last night he was 0 for 4 with a strikeout, 2 flyouts to right, and a 6-3 groundout. And first pitch here. That's right. And that is a strike right down the middle. Don't throw him anything off speed that he can wait around for. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's up on the outside. And he jams him, and that's going to be a diving stop by the third baseman. Throw is not in time, and that is going to be an infield single with an RBI. And the diving stop by the short or by the third baseman, not able to get up to his feet, and that will put one across for Hanwha, and they will still have the bases loaded. I don't think he gets him with a. I don't think he gets him with a good throw. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hanwha up early once again. All right, that brings up An Chi Hong. He's 0 for 1 today, and he is looking at ball one, 1-0. Hitting a very robust 63 on the season. Couple more at bats, and he could be hitting his age. Is the 1-0 pitch, and that is fouled away, and 1-1. On Hong, a 5-3 ground out to start the game. Yesterday, what did he have? He had a 6-3 ground out yesterday. Wang Young Mook looking on. He's like, my average is twice, almost 3 times what his is. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that is going to be a hit into center field, and that should score two. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, and that's will come up with a big 2 RBI single from Mr. 2-out RBI. Once again, he comes through with a 2-out count. It's what he does. It's the only thing he does, honestly. That's what he made his bread and butter with last year, and he is doing the same this year. Didn't save a run, looks like. So they'll have runners on first and third now. As Florial steps in, he's looking to extend that hitting streak. He's sitting at 13, 48 pitches already for Pak Seung. 15 in the first inning, and quickly blowing it up here yesterday again. Barnes 30 in the first, no, 42 in the first inning, as that misses low, and it's 1-0. 42 pitches yesterday in the first inning for for Barnes. Already sitting at 34 pitches in this inning for Pak Seung. And here comes the 1-0 is right down the middle, and it's 1-1. 50 pitches now. Yes, already 3. Welcome, welcome. What are you doing in the vertical? As that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Just clips the bottom of the zone. You still working? And the 1-2 pitch. Outside, and that will be a stolen base by the speed demon himself. Going yard. Lotte did lower their fences. All right, maybe we'll have a pitch. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. All right, the 2-2 pitch. He only hits when he's got a full count as they set up on the outside, cut back across the middle, and fouls it away, and it stays 2-2. Umpire got a little dirt in his eyes. SSG is already up 4-0 on KT as they started a bullpen pitcher. A first time bullpen pitchers that is up and in, and that will be a ball 4 or ball 3, which means it is now time for Florial to hit. Yesterday he had 3 full counts. The first 3 counts first 3 at bats he had, full count, single, full count, double, full count, walk. As here comes the 3-2 pitch and pitch number 55, pitch number 40 of this inning. And a swing and a miss, and that'll be his second strikeout of the day. 4th strikeout of the day for Pak Seung. But Hanwha puts up 3, and we will go to the bottom of the second. It's 3-0 Hanwha. Not 4. My button didn't work earlier. I know you guys would love it to be 4. I think my hit count is off, too. No, 3-3. Making him pay for the walks, ladies and gentlemen. Making him pay for the walks. Hanwha leaves 2 on. But another rough inning for a starter. 40 pitches there, 55 now on the day. Again, Barnes yesterday, 42 in the first inning, where Hanwha ended up getting 5 runs. 4 of them earned at the time. And that was enough to take the leader and hold on to it for the end of the day as they ended up winning 6-4. But Barnes pitched well the rest of the time. When you start with 42 pitches in the first inning, you have to think, oh, great, we're going to be in the bullpen by the 4th. But he did end up pitching fairly well to keep the game as close as he did. So we'll see. Again, I talk about this all the time. Ryun Jin has now been sitting for 20 minutes or so. And, a quick 1, 2, 3 inning to start the game. And now he's been sitting for, 30 minutes almost. And he's got to come out. So this is the big time when Lotte needs to at least get 1 or 2 runs back, run that Ryun Jin pitch count up, also allow Pak Seung to get himself a little bit of a breather as Hanwha is able to get runs via the guys that you definitely don't expect, as that is in there for a strike to Reyes. 308 on the season, 32 hits already. The all-time single season hit record holder in the KBO. He was 2 for 2 against Ryun Jin in the MLB. He's 2 for 6 against him here in the KBO. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a slow grounder. Noshiwan grabs it, the quick throw, and that will be 1 away. A tough play by Noshiwan, but he makes it. That brings up a Nasing Yup. Nasing Yup with a solid day yesterday. Looks at ball 1 low, and it's 1-0. 278 now on the season. Yesterday, and get my stats back up here. A RBI single, an RBI double, and a walk. Before he was eliminated on that ground into double play that ended the game. Ooh, foul right into the knee. All right, sounds good. Get you a little pass. Little pass. All right, here we go once again. And that's going to be a chopped foul, and it's 0 and 2, or 1 and 2. We'll see how, again, that would be great to get 2 quick outs for Hanwha. And the 1-2 pitch. And he goes around. Strikeouts number 3 for Yunjin, and that will be 2 away here in the bottom of the second. He definitely went around. Junjanu steps in. He's hitting 250 on the season. Yesterday, 0 for 4. And there goes the first hit of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, the no-hitter and perfect game are over. Pack it up. Let's just go home. Let's find another game somewhere in the world to stream, because now there's nothing left to live for. I wanna stream a perfect game. It's close with the Reyes game. Perfect through 7 plus. And then Moon Yun Bin had to ruin it. Had to ruin it, Moon Yun Bin. All right, Yukong Nam steps in at 327 on the season. He's moved up 1 spot in the lineup and looks at strike 1 in there, and it's 0-1. He has thrown his cutter a ton today. All righty, the 0-1 pitch sets up in the zone, and he hits right there. A beautiful pitch, and it's 0-2. Yunjin doesn't throw very hard, but he can locate. Here comes a pitch way off the zone, I imagine. He's going to cut up. Time called by Yugong Nam. No, 0-2 pitch. Sets up in the zone again, and he just a little high, and it's 1-2. Hit right where he was wanting, and but doesn't chase. Alrighty, the 1-2 pitch, 2-2 counts, 2 outs, runner on first. Number 27, I believe, up. Sets up on the outside and in the dirt, and it's 2-2. You're not gonna get a catcher chasing that stuff. Sees it every day. You well, because he didn't have any stats for this season. He only pitched in the second league. Is a swing and a miss, and that will be strikeout number 4. Lotte gets their first hit of the day, but they are stranding them just like they did yesterday, and we will go to the 3rd inning. It's Hanwha 3, Lotte 0. Yeah, about 45 minutes ago. Yeah, Harry, unfortunately, like, there's not a lot you can, I mean, you can check, but I use a Korean app to check everything. So, yeah, as far as, like, letting people know, there's not really, I wish I wish I could. I wish I could have a preview show I wish I could have a stream and then a post game show. I wish I could have all of that, but unfortunately, uh, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Live action Lilo and Stitch. Bang, 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 bang. All right, Pak Seung will be back out on the mound. He will hopefully, or he will attempt to pitch a little bit better than the last inning. As he threw 40 pitches in the last inning. Moon Hyun Min looks at strike one on the outside corner. 0 for 1 on the day with the strikeouts. Average right at 300 now on the season for Hanwha's DH of the month, as that is low and it's 1-1. And 1-1. That's going to be a ground ball through the right side, and they've got another leadoff batter on base. The fourth hit of the day, and the second straight inning with a leadoff batter on. No. So actually, what I do is, I'll show you. So I look here, and if you see, he has see if I can get this no stats, and then I go to the Futures League, and in the Futures League, I can see that he's pitched in 5 games. He has 2 starts. And I look at his second, the rest of his stuff. I see that he's thrown, as they're going to call a balk. Yeah, and they call a balk. And then I look at his stats. And so on the 20th, he pitched 2 2/3 innings as he dropped the ball. And that is obviously a balk. So he's pitched in 5 games, only 2 starts in it. I see that he pitched 420, which would have just been 4 days ago. Yeah. Well, that the Bears are old and they're without. Well, they're actually winning today though. Yeah, Jesus is injured. He tried to step off the mound to not get it. As Noshiwan steps in, Yukong Nam says throwing in the dirt. As that is going to be ground ball. A great diving stop by the third baseman. Great scoop over there at first base. Absolutely all-star defense right there from Lotte. As that will be 1 away. Diving stop at the line by Son Ho Young, and a 1-hopper and great scoop over there at first by Na Sung Yup. Keeps Moon Hyun Bin over at second base also. Cheon Sung now steps in. He walked in his last at-bats. His only at-bats. Came around to score. And that's chopped foul. And 0-1. 286 on the season. Again, yesterday, not a great day yesterday. And the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside. Misses bad as it was way right in the middle of the strike zone, but up high, and he fouls it away, and it's 0-2. All right, you got an 0-2 count. You got a right-handed batter. You've got a right-handed pitcher. What should we throw? How about a slider in the other batter's box? He points to the ground, says, "Throw it in the ground." And here comes the 0-2 pitch. That would be a slider in the dirt, and that was not a good block as Moon Yun Bin will head on over to third base on the wild pitch. Again, absolutely stupid uh, pitch selection. Curveball in the dirts. Young Nam does not block that at all. He easily gets away, and now they've got a runner on third with just one out as a fly ball now will make it a 4-0 game. The infield is in now. And a swing and a miss, and that will be a strikeout number 5 on the day for Pak Se-eung as he comes up with another big strikeout. And Lee Jin Young will come in trying to get themselves a little bit of a run support here. Same thing happened in the last inning. A runner over on third base, and then a strikeout and an infield fly before a 2-out RBI. That is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Lee Jin Young walked in his last at bats at 289, still on the season for today's left fielder. Yesterday's left fielder also. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up outside, lined up on the other batter's box. And he rips that into right field, but Yoon Dong-hee will make a unneeded sliding catch. And that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 Hanwha. Don't know if that whole sliding catch there was needed. Seemed a little unnecessary, if you ask me. So Hanwha leaves another one on base. They go 0 for 3 with runners on base. They go 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. They've left 3 on now. And Pak Se-eung worked efficiently that inning, only threw 10 pitches. So he's sitting at 65. Very, very similar to Hanwha and Lotte yesterday. But we'll see if it continues. Lotte will have 8, 9, and 1 coming up here in the bottom of the third. Son Ho-young, who made that play over at third base, almost made the play to get Shimu Jun and Hanwha out of that inning without giving up any runs with a bases loaded and no out situation back in the second inning. But he has not been hitting well this year. One of the big reasons why Lotte was in 7th last year is because of him. He had a career year over at third base. This year, he's already been down into the second league. He's been back up. He's moved down in the lineup. He was in the 7th spot yesterday. He's moved down into the 8th spots with Yugong Nam and him switching. So Jun Min Jae will follow him. Jun Min Jae, I believe, a 16-game hitting streak currently, which is pretty ridiculous considering, it's one thing like for as there's the white sighting. It's one thing for like Florial to have a big as apparently he went around there for Florial to have a long hitting streak, but this is from your number 9 hitter, so he's getting less at bats. As a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2 quickly. 190 on the season for the third baseman. Yesterday, last year, again, a huge year for him last year. He had a 317 with 18 home runs and 26 doubles. And this year, he still doesn't have a home run. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that is outside, and it's 2-2 now. Hanwha has to feel good. They've scored 3 runs to give Ryun Jin some run support. Not a common occurrence for them. As here comes the 2-2 pitch, and that is going to be a flare into left center, and Eugene Young makes the sliding catch, and that will be one away. Now that needed to be a sliding catch, ladies and gentlemen, as he had a good read off of it. Thought it might get down, but it hung up just long enough for him to run it down, stick the glove out as he was sliding already, and make the catch. All right, Junmin Jae steps up now. One out here in the bottom of the third. Junmin Jae, the shortstop, and that misses outside 1-0. Junmin Jae hitting a 403 on the season. 403 yesterday, 2 for 4 with an RBI, a couple singles. And as that is outside also, and it's 2-0. They've got the number 9 hitter and the number 1 hitter both hitting over 350, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Nope. Zhiyun Jin shakes it off. 5 on the pitch clock now. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop over behind and throws easily out. That will be 2 away. They'll flip the lineup back over as Wang Sung Bin steps in. Right, Wang Sung Bin, he grounded into a 4-3 putout and looks at ball 1 way up high, and it's 1-0. 0 for 1 on the day, average down to 352 now. He has struggled in this series, 1 for 5 yesterday, and he slaps at something or whatever. I don't know what the heck that was. The ball was over his head. No Shiwan way up in the grass. He's about 5 feet in front of the dirt over at third base, and swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2 or 1-2. He can't hit a fastball. I don't know how he's hitting 350 on the season. I really don't know. I don't know. Everybody's trying to throw him curveballs, and he's just slap hitting bunts. All righty. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will be 3 away. Strikeouts number 5 on the day, and we will go to the 4th inning. It's 3-0. Coming up, of the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for Hanwha. The game is finally starting to move along. Yuan Jin sitting at 37 pitches now. 11 in the first, 13 in the second, 13 in the third. He's only given up the 1 hit. 65 pitches for Pak Seong through 3 because of that 40 pitches in the second inning. Again, gave up the 2 walks to load the base. Ended up giving up 3 singles, 2 of them of the RBI kind. So Hanwha will have 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Im Jong Chan, Che Jae Hoon, and today's all-star Shimu Jun. I still, every time I see this, I think it's Psy with his pistachio commercial. All right, we're back as here comes the first pitch. It's a ball up and out, and it's 1-0 now. Kim Jong-chan struck out with the bases loaded and nobody out. Here comes pitch number 67, ladies and gentlemen. It's a ball. It's a ball. Apparently, they didn't get the memo. I think I've streamed 3 Ryun Jin games, and they've all been absolutely dominations by him. I don't know if I've seen him give up a run. As the 2-0 is upstairs, and it's 3-0 now. Trying to think. Yeah. I guess last game he gave up 2 runs. Yeah, I think this is the 3rd game I've streamed of his. That is fouled away, 3-1. Hi, 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 hi. 안녕하세요. All right, here we go. The 3-1 pitch. Im Jong-chan trying to get on base. That is in there for a strike, and we've got ourselves a full count. Fourth full count of the day for Hanwha. Strikeout in the 2nd inning, a walk on the other 2 full counts, and here comes the 3-2 pitch. Way outside, and that will be ball 4 as Hanwha for the 3rd straight inning has the leadoff batter on base. They just want to make me look awful by saying there wouldn't be very many walks today. That's all it is. It's just a ploy to make me look bad. It is science. And that checks over. Im Jong-chan does have some speed. He might be off on one of these pitches. Runner on first. Yes, I love it. Runner on first. You've got to bunt, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter. Let's see if they can bunt and actually score a run, because statistics say they don't. As check over on Im Jong-chan. He got hit in the armpit, looks like. Yeah, right in the old armpit. No, Che Jae-hoon will attempt to bunt with a runner on first and nobody out. Woo! It almost takes off his head. 5-0. 5-0 Doosan and 4-0 SSG. A little matrix move there by Che Jae-hoon. All right, the 1-0 pitch. Up and in again, and it's 2-0. Yeah, and here you got a guy that just walked your batter, and now he's throwing 2 pitches way up at the zone. Why are you trying to bunt? As we'll have a little mound visit here. Already 73 pitches here. I have to wonder how much longer he is going to be in there. Normally throws about 100 pitches. 108 in his last game, 107 before that, 95, 101, and 94. So, he is their Korean ace. He is their best Korean pitcher. So he's expected to throw 100 pitches and go 6 innings each game. He has been. First game, it was a loss, went 5 innings against LG. Other than that, 6 innings, 7 innings, 7 innings, and 6.2 innings. As here comes the 2-0 pitch to Che Jae-hoon as he's going to, again, hold the bunt down. And he pops the bunt up, and a sliding catch by Nasun Yup. And just like that, an absolutely awful, awful bunts. And everybody should make sure to pay attention to that's lovely, lovely, lovely. Nice bunt. All right, one out, and Shimu Jun looks at strike one at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Absolutely fantastic bunt by Che Jae-hoon as he pops it up in the 2-0 count, and he pops it up. A sliding catch by the first baseman, and fantastic. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Nasun Yup, if he would have let that drop, he would have probably been able to turn two. All right, 0-2 counts. You've got you've thrown 76 pitches. You don't have any pitches to waste. You know, are you going to try to throw another slider off the plate to get him to chase with an 0-2 counts? And again, they set up on the other batter's box line as that is thrown into the dirt and gets away. Im Jong-chan around seconds. And again, the stupid 0-2 pitches. The stupid 0-2 pitches. Once again, another 0-2 pitch. They try to throw it and it gets away. Just absolute stupidity once again by KBO managers calling for this stupid 0-2 pitch in the other batter's box. They set up in the other batter's box and they throw it wide, gets away, and the runner goes to second, and you no longer have the double play in order. You have him 0-2. Challenge him. He's the number 9 hitter for a reason. As that pops it up, Reyes over and makes the catch as Im Jong-chan will hang out at second. Just absolutely stupid. These managers, I can't believe the intelligent level of these. Like, how do you guys have jobs? Like, these KBO managers would not be allowed to coach high school baseball. They would get ran out of the town if they tried to coach high school baseball in the U.S. An Ji-hong, Mr. 2-out RBI, steps in, and that's another wild pitch, and they'll have a runner over at third. A walk, a wild pitch, and a wild pitch. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch. He pops him up, but gets out of play. And a 1-1. Not a runner on second and third, just third. Just amazing that these KBO managers have jobs. All righty, here comes the 1-0 or the 1-1 pitch to An Ji-hong. RBI, 2 RBI single and a stolen base. A swing and a miss there, and it's 1-2. 81 pitches now for Pak Se-eun. He'll throw 100 pitches, so he'll be back out for the 5th as long as he can get out of this without giving up any more runs. All right, the 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, and that will be strikeout number 6 on a pitch off the plate. And they give up a walk and 2 wild pitches, but Hanwha strands them and will go to the bottom of the 4th. It is 3-0. Eagles. The old Eaglers. Throw 82 pitches now. 17 pitches of that inning. He's sitting at 82 pitches now through 4 innings. So again, they're gonna get 5 innings out of him with a 40 pitch inning. To be able to get 5 innings out of your starter, you've got to be kind of happy about that. Ryun Jin will oops, wrong button. Ryun Jin will come out. He'll face the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the lineup. Yoon Dong Hee, Go Sung Min, and Reyes. Only given up 1 hit so far today. Gave up 6 hits in his last outing. 1 hit in his outing before that. He gave up 3 hits in his first outing of the season. So again, outside of the Samsung game, he has pitched really well. He's just really not going deep into inning games now. He's only throwing 5 innings, maybe 6. Even at 76 pitches, he comes out after the 6th inning. He doesn't ever go into the 7th inning anymore. We'll see what happens here. Yoon Dong Hee again stepping in. Wong Sung Bin getting some coaching from Kim Tae-young. As Yoon Dong Hee says, here's a fly ball that is not catchable. And just like that, we've got a 3-1 lead. Ejin Young looked like he was going to catch it. He was like standing there, and so I thought maybe it was just a big fly ball. Alrighty, that is going to make it a 3-1 game as Go Sung Min looks at strike 1, and it's 0-1. 270 on the season for Go Sung Min. And another strike in there, and it's 0-2. 40 pitches now for Ryun Jin. Yoon Dong Hee has 2 homers on the season. They're both against Hanwha. And that is outside. 1-2. He has given up 3 home runs on the season already. That's his 4th. He gave up 12 all last year. Did not give up any home runs last year in his 2 games against Lotte. As that is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he slaps that to the shortstop, a diving catch, the throw, not in time. And they'll have another hit. That puts a runner on the first with the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up. I was absolutely launched off of the rocket sign past the first section of the outfield. That was a home run, and no matter where you are, even in the MLB, ladies and gentlemen. All right, to Go Sung Min on base. The brings the tying run up to the plates. in Reyes. Reyes, 5-3 ground out to lead off the second inning, and 0 for 1 on the day. As that is outside, and it's 0. 305 on the season for Reyes after his 0 for 1 performance so far today. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. 131 on that cutter on the outside. And the 1-1 pitch sets up on the inside, and that's going to be a ground ball. Shin Moo-jun grabs it, flips to second, and the throw to first, and that will be a 6-4-3 double play, and clears the bases and puts things back into order for Hyunjin. Two good stops there by Shimu Jun. The infield single was also a backhand play where he made the stop, but he just wasn't able to throw him out. Then just there, another great backhand play, and that is in there for a strike to Na Sung Yup, and it's 0-1. 47 pitches now for Hyunjin. Na Sung Yup struck out in his first at bat. Did he go around there? He did not, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 upstairs, 2-1. 49 pitches. He's thrown 12. The most he's thrown so far is 13. He threw 13 in the second inning and the third inning. We'll have pitch number 13 here, and that's going to be a chopper, but it's foul. And it'll be 2-2. 2-2 counts. 2 outs. Down 2. Na Sung Yup hitting 179 against lefties. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Outside and runs the count full. Second full count of the day for Lotte. They struck out in the first one, and they will attempt to not do the same in the second one. That's up on the outside once again, and it just catches the outside corner, and that will be strikeout number 6. And we'll go to the 5th. It's Hanwha 3, Lotte 1. Big strikeout there. Gave up the leadoff homer, but after that, a single, and then got out of it, as he is still sitting extremely pretty with the pitch count. 15 pitches in that inning. He's sitting at 52 pitches through 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, having himself a pretty solid day, I would say. A pretty solid day. Da, 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 da. Leave go Korea. Leave go Korea. Leave go Korea. Righty. Elsewhere around the league, Samsung's up 4-1 against Kia. NC's up 2-0 against LG, but LG's got a runner on first in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Doosan's up 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th, like Alan said there. And SSG's up 5-0 against KT. Another pretty good outing from Moonsung Won so far. 61 pitches through 3 2/3. right. Florio leads things off here in the top of the fifth and looks at ball one. 82 pitches, 83, and now for Pak Seung. Again, they would love to get him through 5 innings, and hopefully that the Lotte bullpen can hold them like they did yesterday. Is that is in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Florio 0 for 2 on the day. 2 Ks, strikeout on the first, and a strikeout on the second. And the 2-0 pitch lifts that one up into the left field. Reyes over and under it, and that will be 1 away. Brings up Moon Hyun Bin. He singled in his last at bat, but was stranded over at third after a wild pitch. And that is in the dirt. Oh, no, he said it hit him. And that will be a hit by pitch, as he says it hit his foot. Oh, well, he is on base with a hit by pitch. No Shiwan steps in now. 5-3 ground out in his first at bat, or second at bat. A single and a run scored in his second. All right, first pitch here, 86 pitches, 87th pitch coming up, and that catches the inside corner, and it's 0-1. No Shiwan, 280 on the season now, as he has really started to hit as of late during this winning streak. Obviously, pretty much everybody has been hitting except for the leadoff spot and the number 9 spot in the lineups. And the 0-1 is upstairs, 1-1. He is not following through on his deliveries, landing off balance, it looks like. 88 pitches, the 1-1 counts. Lotte would love a double play ball here. That's not going to do it, as that pops him up, and they can't. The second baseman is under it, as the first baseman lost it in the lights. He quickly was like, I can't see it. I can't see it. The second baseman runs over, makes the catch almost behind first base, and that is 2 away. Would not have really mattered too much, as if even if it did hit the ground, they would have just thrown over to second base and gotten Moon Hyun Bin outs. So 2 away now, and that brings in Chae Sung. Chae Sung 0 for 1 on the day. Walked and scored a run in his first at bat, struck out in his last at bat, and looks at ball one, 1-0. 283 on the season for Hanwha's Capitan. My captain, not my captain. And that's a swing and a miss, as Yugong Nam couldn't get it out of his glove, and Moon Hyun Bin will be hanging out at second base with a stolen base. What does he keep looking back? All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Again, Yugong Nam just couldn't get it out of his glove to even make a real throw. I don't know why he even bothered to throw the ball. He was already almost a second by the time he threw the ball. And here comes the 1-1 pitch to Chae Sung. Sets up way up in the zone, and he throws even higher, and it's 2-1. All All right, the 2-1 pitch. Pitch number 93 of the game for Pak Se-un. And misses outside, and that's 3-1. That he has already walked 3 on the day. Pak Shi-young warming up in the Lotte bullpen. So is Song Jae-young, Pak Shi-young, and Song Ji-young. Here comes the 3-1. Ball 4, as it wasn't even close. That brings up Yi Jin Young. Shan Sung on base for the second time today. 94 pitches. Yi Jin Young will step into the batter's box. He is 0 for 1 on the day. He also walked in his first at bats and then came around to score. Flew out to a right field to end the third inning in his second at bat, and that just catches the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Imagine this will be his last batter as a lefty. Im Dong-chan is on base. 95 pitches, 96 coming up here as Yu Gang Nam sets up right down the middle and is way outside in the other batter's box. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up on the inside, and the delivery is a swing and a miss as the fastball up and in gets him swinging hard. Love that high fastball. Love it, love it, love it, especially to a righty. Do they go down and away with a curveball here? They call time. All right, a big at bat here. 97 pitches for Pak Se-un, trying to keep it at a 3-1 game. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. As be steady, keep it down. And that's a swing and a miss on the outside pitch, just like I called it. And that's 7 strikeouts, 98 pitches. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-1 Hanwha. Not able to get some runs in as the hit by pitch and walk, but they strand another 2. They've left 6 on base as they have yet to go yet to get a hit since that second inning with runners on base. Very, very, very similar to yesterday's game. I just have this feeling about the similarities to yesterday's game. Just because I mean, well, it is exactly like yesterday's game, honestly. So yesterday's game in the first inning, Hanwha comes to bat with 6 times with runners on base. In today's game, in the 6th inning, they come to bat with five times with runners on base. They go 2 for 5, 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Yesterday, 4 for 6 with runners on base and 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position in the first inning. After that, they did not have a hit with runners on base. After that, they went 0 for 8 with runners on base, and they went 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Today, in the second inning, they 2 for 5 with runners on base and 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They have since gone 0 for 8 with runners on base and 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. So they've had opportunities. They just haven't done anything with them. As Yuan Jin out on the mound, 52 pitches, and that is outside ball 1. Did you pick the over, Harry? And here comes the 1-0 in there for a strike, and it's a 1-1. Jun Janu steps in. I would never pick the over when Yuan Jin is on the mound. Hanwha does not score when Yuan Jin is on the mound. The 2-1 is he gets some of the worst run support in the league. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Chopped foul, and it's 2-2. Way out in front of that changeup. Harry, was it 8.5? All right, the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop over, bobbles it a little bit, and that's will be one away. All right, Yugong Nam steps in. He struck out in his first at bats back in the second inning. .321 now on the season after his 0 for 1 so far today. That is in there for a strike. I'm not entirely sure what that was. Is Yugong Nam just kept the bat on his shoulder, and then Che Jae-hoon tried to catch it. It was a curveball that catches the bottom of the zone, but he's not able to catch it as he fouls that one away, and it's quickly 0-2 here. And that's in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now. All right, the 1-2 pitch number 61 of the day for Yuan Jin. He waits his time, has started his motion actually, as Yukong Nam calls for time. Yuan Jin had already started his motion. He had put his foot back to start the motion, but they still gave him time. And here comes the 1-2, and that's chopped foul, and it stays 1-2. Little Luke likes to call them ugly finders to the dugouts. A great play by Iwan Suk. Standing there with his glove, and because he knows he's never going to get to bat. All righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Almost hits him, and that's 2-2. It looks like Yugong Nam has a band-aid on his bat, as the 2-2 is ripped foul, and it stays 2-2. It looked like one of the the round the little round band-aids. It looks like he's got one of the round band-aids right on the handle. I'm sure it's a logo or something, but it definitely looks like a little round band-aid. Maybe his bat got a boo-boo. Thank you, Juke.
너무 감사합니다.
As the chopped foul, and once again, we'll have another 2-2 pitch. As Yugong Nam is working this counts. That is what they need. Trying to get Yuan Jin into the 70s. Again, 6 innings is the most he's gone so far this year. And the 2-2 is he goes down to a knee. That's going to be trouble for Che Jae-hoon. He tries to make the catch, but he's not able to. As he looked rough running there. Did not look like he was healthy running. As he tripped over his helmet and mask, it looks like. Throws his body at it, but not able to make the play. And then we'll have another 2-2 counts. I think this is pitch number 9 of the at-bats. Let's see. 5 pitches to Junjanu would have been 57. So 8 pitches. This will be pitch number 9 of this at bat. The 2-2, and that is going to be a single into right field. A best case scenario that you could have had as a Lotte fan. As a 9 pitch at bat ends with a single, and you got a runner on first for Sonho Young, who does have power. Hasn't shown it yet this year, but he does have enough power to tie the game. All right, the best pitch in baseball coming up, number 67, and of course it's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Sonho Young, 186 on the season, flew out to left in his first at bat, his only at bat yesterday. What did he do yesterday? Let me check here. Yesterday, 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, and that is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Yesterday, a fly out to center, a fly out to right, and 2 strikeouts. Today, he's got a fly out to left, and he's on his way to a strikeout. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lays off of it, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch lays off of it again, and it's 2-2. He's trying to get him to chase that pitch on the outside, but he is not biting. Are they going to go to it 3 straight times? And here we go. Nope, we're going to check over on the runner as that's might have been a C move because it definitely wasn't a A move and probably also not a B move. 2 steps back. Again, it is a catcher over at first. Not exactly known for his speed as the 2-2 pitch swing and a miss as he runs it inside, and that will be strikeouts number 7 and out number 2. Like I said, he's trying to get that strikeout. All right, 2 away now. Yu Young Nam is still over at first. Junmin Jae steps in, has his 16-game hitting streak on the line. And a swing and a miss there at a pitch way down in the zone. And it's 0-1. 397 now on the season. 0 for 1 today. A 6-3 ground out back in the 3rd inning. And that's going to be a slow roller to the second baseman, underhand toss. And that will be the end of the inning and the end of the break. Yuan Jin, 73 pitches through 5, 7 strikeouts. We'll take a little bit of a break, refill your water bottles, whatever you're drinking. I'll see you in a few minutes. Park Se-eung is still out there. Very, I don't, what the hell are they doing? 98 pitches. 98 pitches, and he's back out there to face the 7/8 9 hitters, Im Jong Chan, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Maybe they just want, they got two righties up after him. I mean, I guess. There's a swing and a miss there, and that will be pitch number 100. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that is strikeouts number 8. Maybe that's why, because they figured, hey, this guy's up. Second strikeout of the day for Im Jong Chan, 0 for 2 on the day with just the 2 Ks. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, only 1 actual strike. And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Che Jae-hoon. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Going for the immaculate inning here, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful bending curve, and it is 0-2. He gave up on it, and it just dropped right in. And that chops that one. Third baseman grabs it, throws across, and that is a 2 away. That brings up Shimu Jun, the number 9 hitter. Says, don't go back too far. He likes to bunt. And it doesn't get the curveball to drop in there, and it's 1-0. Most he's ever thrown is 108 pitches. He's at 105 now, and the 1-0 is in there for strike, 1-1. 175 on the season for Shimu Jun in the big RBI single with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the second as he fakes the bunt, pulls it back, but it's in there for a strike anyway, and it's 1-2. All right, this pitch will tie his career high, and here comes the 1-2 pitch. Blows it past him, ties his career high, gets his nice strikeout, ends the 6th inning. Absolutely ridiculous that they sent him back out there, but he ends up throwing at 10 pitches to get a 1-2-3, and we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Lotte will try to reward him by promptly scoring some runs. So I can confidently say that that is it for him. I can confidently say that that is it for him. 6 innings, 108 pitches, 68 for strikes, 4 hits, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts, 3 runs, all of them earned. Does get the quality starts. Again, 40 pitches. You definitely would not have thought that. But just like yesterday, Barnes with that 42 pitch first inning today, Park Se-eung, the 40 pitch second inning. All the other innings were very, very good for both pitchers. Minus a hit here and there, but again, Hanwha 0 for the day with runners on base outside of that 1 inning where they scored all 3 of their runs. But Yuan should be back out there. He's only thrown 73 pitches, but at the same time, I don't know. Because he had 1 game where he threw 76 pitches and came out. He is still out there. Yeah, 73 pitches, 11, 13, 13, 15, and 21. At 21 was because of the Yugongnam 9-pitch at bat that ended with a single. But obviously he was stranded on the bases as that is in there for a strike to Wong Sung Bin, and it's 0-1. Wong Sung Bin 0 for 2 on the day. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. 75 pitches as Wong Sung Bin 4-3 ground out, a strikeout in his last at bat. 0-2 already here. He's probably going to throw another pitch very similar to that. So he will face the 1, 2, 3 hitters here in the 6th. Upstairs, 1-1 or 1-2. Oh. And that time is called. Not much offense in today's game is that he throws the bat down, and that's going to be past the diving second baseman. He literally threw the bat at it, ladies and gentlemen. Literally threw the bat at it. And An Chi Hong is slow to get up. Again, he just came back. And this is the first game he has played. He said he had a chest injury or something is what they gave. Just perfectly placed. All right, now you've got a lot of speed on first base. As Yoon Dong Hee steps in. He has solo shot in his last at bats. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And that just catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. 250 now on the season for Yoon Dong Hee. He's got 2 home runs, both of them against Hanwha. One in the first series, the first 2-game series back in Daejeon, and then one today here in Busan. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That misses, and it's 1-1. 79 pitches now for Yuanjin. 91 is the most he has thrown. 91, 88, 89, 76, and 81 is his pitch totals in his 5 games on the season. As here comes the 1-1. Did he go around? The home plate umpire said he did, and it's 1-2. We'll check the replay. Definitely did. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Do they send him in the motion? And it's lifted, but foul, and it'll still be 1-2. All right, here we go. 1-2 pitch. Gets his little chicken wing a going. And that's going to be another single into right field. Kim Jong-chan will come up, but Wong Sung Bin will be standing over at second base as they've got first and seconds with nobody out. And the number 3, 4, 5 hitters stepping in. Yesterday, they out-hit Hanwha like 13-8, I believe, but lost 6-4. Today, and now they've out-hit as they're on the mound to visit with Yuanjin. And they now are out-hitting them 6-4. Difference in the game is, again, Yuanjin is giving up 0 walks. Go Sung Min steps in, 1 for 2 on the day, single in his last at bats. And they're going to bunt. They're down 2. Why would they bunt here? As they gets the bunt down, Yuan Jin goes to first. I don't get it. Don't get it. You're down 2. Oops, wrong side. Yeah. Again, you did increase your chance of scoring a run, but you're down 2. All right. Well, Reyes steps in. He is 6-4-3 ground into a double play in his last at bats. He is 0 for 2. And they're going to walk him to bring up a Na Sung Yup. That brings up the left-handed hitting Na Sung Yup, who is hitting below the Mendoza line against lefties, hoping to get him to roll over into a double play or strike out. He's already 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. One of the backwards, one of the forwards, and that's going to be a ground ball off of Che Hensung's glove, and that will score 2. And it burns them, ladies and gentlemen, as Lotte ties it up in the bottom of the 6th. As he comes through, I couldn't quite see what exactly happened. I saw Chan Sung dive for the play, but it went off of his glove, apparently. And Reyes goes to third base also. So runners on, again, Reyes is on third. Runners on first and third. Jun Janu, who has plenty of power, can easily give Lotte the lead with a fly ball. 84 pitches for Yuan Jin. And that misses inside, and it's 1-0. Just a matter of time before you flirt with fire too much. All right, the 1-0 pitch misses inside, and it's 2-0. I was wondering where you were, man. Just sitting there quietly lurking until Lotte takes the lead. Yeah. Excellent camera work, Spo TV. Oh, okay. And that is ripped, but foul. Oh, ball boy, we're gonna have to get you a little fielding practice. That's why you stand in foul territory. Yeah. Say, I don't know. I know all of the pitchers. I don't know their numbers, but I have to think it's Jung Woo Soo, as that is fouled away also, and it's now 2-2. I have to think that it's Jung Woo Ju, because it's a close game, so he would be one of the guys to come in. I don't hear any grunts, so it's not Pak Sang Won. Again, Pak Sang Won, Han Sung Hyuk, and Kim So Hyun all pitched yesterday and all threw a lot of pitches. As that is low. Did he go around? He did not, and that will be a full count. I have to think this is Yeon Jin's last batter also. He's at 89 pitches. The most he's thrown all season is 91, and that was in his last last game where he came out after 5.1 innings. And the 3-2 is that's going to be a ground ball. Shimu Jun makes the diving stop, throws across in time, but Lotte will take the lead on the 6-3 RBI groundouts. And Na Sung Yup will move up to second base as that's he saved a run, or he saved, I guess, an out, I should say. That is the third great play by Shimu Jun over at shorts. There we go. 2 away now, and that brings up Yugong Nam. Runner over at second base is Na Sung Yup. Is Yugong Nam called time? Nope, they're gonna give him a ball on a pitch clock violation. You gotta love it. Intentional walk. No, Ryun Jin has absolutely done horrible against Reyes in his career. And the 1-0 is in there for strike 1-1. You have to let him face Na Sung Yup, who is 0 for 2 and hitting below 200 against lefties. The issue is you have a first baseman who didn't make the play, as the 1-1 is upstairs and it's 2-1. A better first baseman makes that play. All right, here comes the 2-1. Sets up inside, pops it up. Florial sliding over, and we have a collision. As Florial said, I got it, I got it. Yin Jong Chan says, no, I got it. And then they run into each other, but Florial makes the play. Absolute idiot in right field. Wow. Absolute idiot in right field. We'll go to the 7th inning. Lotte takes the lead on a 3 singles, an RBI ground out, and a intentional walk after a a sacrifice bunt. Move the guys over, and then they just intentionally walked the guy, so it really didn't matter if they walked him or not. Hanwha will have the top of the order coming up. 1, 2, 3. Yuan Jin in line for the loss now, as Hanwha is still struggling to do anything outside of one particular inning, and 93 pitches for Yuan Jin. That game is what you would call over, Alan. Get a hit and then get thrown out trying to steal or picked off. All right, Kim Song-soo out there on the mound. An Chi-hong leading things off. 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at just strike one right down the middle. And it's 0-1. And time is called. So, Pak Seung is in line now for the win. As that is way up, and it's 1-1. So An Chi Hong, a big RB or 2 RBI single back in the second inning. That was the last hit Hanwha had with runners on base. And then it actually stole a base also. That is fouled away, and he is hurt. He dropped the bats. Again, he made the dive for Wang Sung Bin's. He made the dive for Wang Sung Bin's ball at second and laid on the ground for a while. Right there, he just swung, and then he went, and his follow through, he grimaced and dropped the bats. You have to think that something is up. Again, he just came back as the trainer is coming out now. I guess that's doesn't look like a trainer, it's hitting coach. And that'll be it for him. As Mookie is stepping in. Wong Young Mook will step in now. So if he strikes out, An Chi Hong will get the credit for the strikeout. As he did he go around? Oh, he did not. If he gets on base, he will get the credits. 181 on the season for Wong Young Mook. Yeah, Wong Young Mookie. Kiwi's favorite player named Mookie. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, and that will be 1 away. Grabbing his hand. As he just came back, and he might be headed back down to the Futures League. And we'll have a pitching change here. As I assume they're going to bring in a lefty to face the next 2 guys who are both lefties. Come in, get 1 out against a lefty. All right, Jung Hyun Soo will come in. Lotte games always take 7 hours to finish. The slowest team in the world. So slow. Over 2 hours in. Elsewhere around the league, while we're waiting for them, Samsung is up 6-2 against Kia, threatening with more. They got runners on first and second on the bottom of the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. NC's up 3-0 against LG. Is Chirinos is looking like he's going to take his first loss on the season. 3-0 as NC has the bases loaded with 2 outs there in the top of the 7th. Doosan up 9-0 against QM in the bottom of the 7th. Kiwoom does have 2 hits, though. They also have an error. They have more errors than runs. And then SSG still up 5-1 against KT. Alrighty, here we go. Florio steps in. He is 0 for 3, has his 13-game hitting streak on the line here. And looks at ball one, and it's, oops, wrong side, 1-0. Ooh, nice pitch up and in. All right, the 1-1 pitch, 1 out. Florio 0 for 3 on the day. Swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. He already has 2 strikeouts today. He is looking for a new hat, ladies and gentlemen. Florio is shaking out the strikes there in the batter's box. Sets up in the other batter's box and way outside, just like you expect. And it's 2-2. What if Florio has picked up on that? The sounds of the catcher back behind him moving so much. They are not quiet back there. As here comes the 2-2 pitch, sets up on the inside and misses inside, and it's a full count. And Florio loves himself some full counts. Likes an 0-2 count and then into a full count. That's where he does his damage. Right now, his second full count of the day, he struck out in his first. Hanwha, this is their 5th. The other 3 were all walks. Well, the 3-2 pitch, and that is not going to be a walk. That's lifted into right field and 2 away. That brings up a Moon Hyun Bin. Florio could be his last at bat of the day. He's does have a slight chance. Hanwha would need 2 base runners if he was to get up again. Yeah, I mean he's got a chance. Hanwha needs a couple base runners. They've had base runners in every inning except the first and the 6th. Oh, here we go. That's going to be ripped, and the first baseman makes the catch. The first baseman is having himself a day, ladies and gentlemen, as that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Hanwha 3, Lotte 4. Yeah, he is also the one that hit the 2 RBI single with the bases loaded. That is what you want from your first baseman, ladies and gentlemen. He is the first baseman for the national team. So 2 straight innings with a 1-2-3. Now we'll have the 8, 9, 1 hitters coming up for Lotte. We'll see who's coming in. I have to imagine it's like Jung Woo-ju, because I don't think Ryun Jin is staying out there. Would have to think that someone else is coming in. And I've been wrong before once. It was a rare occurrence, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he's at 93 pitches. It's the most he's thrown all year. He hasn't pitched into the 7th inning all year. All right, there we go. Shea Jae-hoon is done. Pak Song-won out on the mound. That's a bold strategy. Very, very interesting strategy here. Bring in the guy that really struggled yesterday for another day. Uh, this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I continue to say this manager is not good. 2 450 on the season, 2-2. I just don't I just don't get why you have to bring in the same guys every single game, as that is in there for a strike. So EJ Wan taking over or behind the plates, and again you're bringing out your better catcher for, as that is chopped to the third baseman. Noshiwan grabs it, throws across, and that is one away. That brings in Junmin Jae, who is also risking losing his hitting streak. Oh, that was Jung Hoon, apparently, not Soho Young. As that is outside, ball one. And that is going to be a single, and he will extend it to 17 games. As that'll flip the lineup back over to the top, Wang Sung Bin. And Pak Sang Wan pitched in yesterday's game. He threw 24 pitches. He gave up 3 hits, a walk, and 2 runs. As he will come out, pitching coach will come out and have a little chit chat. Says, all right, you're done. Again, I don't know why he was even brought out. Well, I know why he was brought out, because the manager doesn't know how to manage a pitching staff. I don't know how many times he has been absolutely rough on a pitcher's arm. So Pak Song Won quickly out. How many games has he pitched now? So that's his 15th game. Hanwha has played. This is their 27th game. So he's pitched in every game except 12. Oh, who's going to come in now here in the 7th inning? Maybe Kim Bum Soo? Yep, Kim Bum Soo will come in. Say, had to think you bring in a lefty here. Yeah, I mean, last year you had Son Ho Young, which was a huge surprise, and then this year you got a 400 hitting shortstop hitting in the number 9 spot with a 17-game hitting streak. I hope they just leave him down there in the 9 spot. I hope they don't bring him up there. So 3.86 ERA on the season for Kim Bum Soo. 9 games, 4 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, 250 batting average against, and a 1.71 WHIP. Basically, only faces lefties. Comes in late in the game whenever you need to get an out from a lefty. You've got Wang Sung Bin here, the lefty, and he's going to face him, and that will probably be it. As then they'll go to another arm to face Yoon Dong Hee, the righty. As No Shiwan again is 6, 7 feet, 8 feet up on the grass from the dirt as Kim Bum Soo throws over to first. Junmin Jae does have some speed, I believe. Does have one stolen base this year. He's got 11 in his career, 11 for 17 as he checks over again. He just makes a couple steps back. Still haven't had a pitch yet. All righty, here comes the first. Nope. All right, we'll do this thing again. No Shiwan, hands on his knees, and the slappy bunty thingy. I don't know what it is. And it's not a bunt because he's swinging the bat. He's like slapping the bat at it, but he's missing. He's obviously 100% relying on his speed and the fact that by the time the ball hits the ground, he's halfway as the trash bags are out in Lotte. And that is going to be fouled away, and it's 0-2. I honestly thought Lotte stopped that with the big push for no more vinyl plastic bags. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch. Yeah, where did those people get those? They just had some people with the trash bags on their heads. All righty, here. Maybe they just take their own, and the 0-2 pitch slaps at it again, but it's foul. Moon Bin was going to try to make the play over there. Yeah, I guess. I never did get that. Maybe they coupon order some trash bags. All right, the 0-2 pitch once again, and checks over at first, and just beats the throw back. Ma, 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 ma. It's my Lotte accent, as the 0-2 is a slapped foul again, and we'll have another 0-2 count. Ma, 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 ma. Is that an accurate chant there? Outside, and it's 1-2. 5 pitches already from Kim Bum Soo. Ha, another awesome, amazing rhyme. I'm here all day, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, not all day. All right, the 1-2 checks over at first, and he makes it 2 steps back. I'm pretty sure a lot of these checks are just because the pitch clock is down to like 4. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, and it's 2-2. Yeah, I knew it was supposed to be so that people would put their trash in there and then they would throw it away, but then they just put it on their heads because I should make a joke about Lotte fans, but I'm not going to. I still have never had a good experience at that stadium. Never, not once. The 2-2 pitch, and it hits him on the elbow or the wrist or the wrist. He is grabbing his wrist. He hasn't let go of the bat yet. Oh, on the elbow. Little funny bone. Right on the old funny bone. It is not a funny. He just now let go of the bat. They're going to change him, and I assume they're going to put in what's his name? What's his name? Jung Do Sung, right? Yep. Jung Do Sung. And we'll have another pitching change. Like I said, he is only gonna throw against him. He hits him, and just like that, so we'll go into another pitching change. Who's coming in this time? Is it gonna be Han Sung Hyuk or Jung Woo Ju? Kim Jong Soo? It'll be Jung Woo Ju, the rookie. Yeah, I mean, that is why the games take so long late, is the constant pickoffs. Because those pickoffs weren't even close. You guys are obviously watching the game, but for those of you that aren't watching, he was 2 steps off the bag. He was 2 steps off the bag. By the time the ball was out of his hands, he was already back in the bag. Yeah, he could just step off the back instead of throwing over there. Exactly. It's half just like half the stuff in the KBO. All right, Jung Woo Ju, 372 ERA, 2 holds, 10 games, 9 2/3 innings, 16 strikeouts, 4 walks, 147 batting average against. Again, this is the second pick in last year's draft. He is 18 years old as Yoon Dong Hee calls time. Yeah, they have to go together. It's not a one or the other. As that misses and it's ball one. Jung Woo Ju is again won't be 19 until November. As that is in there for a strike and it's 1-1. Yoon Dong Hee having himself a solid series. 2 for 3 on the day with a home run and a single. Came around to score as that is Matrix style to get out of the way of that. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Check swing and a foul, and it's 2-2. I wonder how many balls EJ Lawn is going to miss in this with this guy. Again, he always struggles to make catches. That is a foul, just straight back on the high fastball. But would have been ball 3, but instead it stays 2-2. All righty, here we go. Another 2-2 pitch. 5 pitches from the rookie to Yoon Dong Hee. He is again a 2 for 3 on the day. He was a 3 for 5 yesterday, I believe. 3 for 5. Yeah, 3 for 5 yesterday. Having himself a series, a rejuvenation, something that Lotte definitely needs. Having him up at the top of the lineup to help is that is a strikeout looking on the outside corner with a fastball, and that will be 2 away. Catches him looking at the fastball on the outside corner. 2 away now as Go-Sung Min steps in. He had a sacrifice bunt in his last at bat, 1 for 2 on the day, and that is ball one in the dirt. 281 on the season for the tallest second baseman in professional baseball. And fouled away. I just realized, look at the umpire back behind home. That dude is huge. Holy crap, that umpire is huge. That catches the outside corner. Because look at the batter. Go-Sung Min is listed at 189 centimeters. The umpire is a half a head taller than he is. No, he's a full head taller. Like the 189 guy comes up to his shoulders as that is fouled away. I am blown away by this. I'm blown away by this. That umpire is massive. And the 1-2, and that's going to be a liner, but Florio makes the catch, and they'll strand 2 more. They left 5 on, and we will go to the 8th inning. It's a 4-3 Lotte. That dude's huge. All righty, we'll go to the Lotte bullpen once again. We'll have a new arm coming in. He'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Hanwha. Comes in, pitches effectively. 11 pitches, gets a strikeout and a flyout. Just exactly what they needed to keep themselves in this game. Soy joy, soy joy, soy joy. All right, top of the 8th, No Shiwan will come in. Man, I really need to start smoking so I have an excuse to be coughing this much. So we'll have a Jung Chul Wan out on the mound, 6.39 ERA, 2-1 on the season, 7 holds, 14 games, 12 and 2/3 innings, 294 batting average against does not put a lot of confidence. Jung Chul Wan, as that is ball one. And the 1-0 is just catches the top of the zone, 1-1. So Lotte will have Oho Jun over at second. That is upstairs, and it's 2-1. Kim Min Song over at third. Jungdu Song will stay in and play center. So Go Sung Min is done for the day. And here comes the 2-1. A swing and a miss as he tried to hit a grand slam with the bases empty. Yo Jun there over at third. And the 2-2 is fouled away, and it stays 2-2. Jung Hoon is out, and that will be him. Min Sung. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch once again, and as that's chopped foul again, and it's gonna be 2-2 again. Like that guy, the catcher or the umpire, when he crouches down, is the same height as Noshiwan as the 2-2. As he lifts that one into right field, going, but at the warning track is Yoon Dong Hee, and one away. That's gonna bring up a Cheon Sung. And in there for a strike is the catcher can't catch the ball. It was right down the middle. 283 on the season for Cheon Sung. 0 for 1 on the day, but has walked twice. Scored a run, struck out in his other at bats, his only official at bats. He has secured the lead in 100% of the games he's played, as that's going to be a 6-3 ground out and 2 away. Samsung putting it on to Kia now as they are up 13-2. Ouch. 6 runs on 0.1 outs. 0.1 innings, and he gives up 6 runs, 5 hits, a walk, and a homer. Ouch. Good Lord. Yijin Young steps in. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Walked and scored a run in his first at bat, a fly out to right, and a strikeout in his last at bat. And that is a ball in the dirt, and it's 1-0. I always love how they look like DJs with their gloves up, trying to catch the pitch signal. As that misses inside, and it's 2-0. Eugene Young is not a guy that likes to walk. He loves to swing and miss. All right, the 2-0 counts. 11 pitches from Jung Chol Wan. Says Yukong Nam says throw it in the dirts. And the 2-0 blows it past them. 151 on the gun as he is way, way off of that. This is really the only good game of the day. The 2-1 pitch in there for a strike. A 2-2, 132 there. 20-kilometer difference for those of you that don't speak every other country. That's about 12, 13 miles an hour. something like that. 14. The 2-2 will in the dirt, and that's going to run the count full. He has had a full count today. He walked in it to load the bases back in the second. Again, that's the last time Hanwha had a hit with a runner on base. They haven't had a runner on base since a walk back in the fifth. As that runs inside, and that will put the tying run on base and bring up the ever dangerous Kim Jong-chan. As Iwan Suk will take over on the base pass, and he'll stay in to play left field. He should at least. Iwan Suk takes over on the base pass. And they'll have a catcher change as Jung Bo-gun will come in. A little couple warm-up pitches to the catcher. I wonder what the rule is. I wonder how many pitches you get to throw. Maybe 2, 3. All right, Iwan Suk over on first base now. And you've got Im Jong-chan up to bats. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Does have a walk and was stranded on the bases as that misses low, and it's 1-0. Im Jong-chan 179 on the season. Is he? They did flash up that sign, that stat that he is held every lead that he's been given. It's about time. And the 1-0 is a horrible pitch, and then Iwan Suk is now over at second base. That's oh my lord. That is awful. The throw should have been caught. He drops it, and then it gets away, and then now Iwan Suk is over at second base, and now you've got a runner in scoring position, so a single will score a run. 17 pitches from Jung Chol-won, runner over at second, and the 2-0 fouled away would have been ball 3, but now it's 2-1. All righty, here comes the 2-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside, way outside, and it's 3-1. EJ Wan on deck, the second most dangerous catcher in the league. He does have a triple already this season. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. 2 straight walks to the 7 and 8, or the 6 and the 7 hitters. And Kim Won-jun hanging out there in the bullpen. They will have a pitching change as they will bring in the closer. A bad sub. No, Kim Won-jun should be coming in here. This might be the first time that he blows a lead. had a chance, and now he may be blowing it. Is the tying run is on second, and the go ahead run is at first. EJ Wan will step in. EJ Wan, the number 8 hitter, took over for Che Hoon on the bases, or sorry, behind home plate. So he has not hit yet today. Plenty of base runners today, everywhere. Nope, can't pitch hit because you don't have another catcher. So Kim Won Jun is coming in. We'll go for the 4-out save. Where's Kenny? Kenny's got it. He'll tell us in the first 3 pitchers how it's gonna go. Kim Jong Chan with a big walk there. All right, ERA of 7.79 on the season, 7 saves, 10 games, 11 and a third innings, 14 strikeouts, 8 walks, 154 a batting average against and a 1.24 whip, and some of the sickest dance moves in the country, ladies and gentlemen. As top of the 8th here, EJ Wan steps in and grounds the first one back to the pitcher, throws it over, and just like that, it will go to the bottom of the 8th. 1 pitch, 1 out, will go to the bottom of the 8th. Good thing they brought him in. Good Lord. As Hanwha once again has hits with runners on base. Again, this is very important. I talked about this yesterday. In the first inning yesterday, Hanwha went 4 for 6 with runners on base, 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. The rest of the day, they were hitless with runners on base and runners in scoring position. Today, in the second inning, they went 2 for 5 with runners on base, 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Since then, they've gone hitless. They had 2 big innings in this series, the 5 runs in the first inning of yesterday's game, the 3 runs in the first inning or the second inning of today's game. And outside of those 2 innings, they have been absolutely awful with runners on base. Absolutely awful. But anyway, Kim Jong-soo will come in to pitch for Hanwha. Iwan Suk will stay in the game and play left. Kim Jong-soo comes in, will hopefully get the win if you are a Hanwha fan, and hopefully not if you are a Lotte fan. Sell out on a Thursday. It is Thursday, right? All right, stepping in will be Reyes. He is hitless on the day, 0 for 2. Does have an intentional walk and a run scored. Kim Jong-soo, 0.82 ERA on the season, a 1 win, 11 games, 11 innings. He will hope to move his record to 2-0. And here's the pitch. Misses inside, and it's 1-0. Reyes, 302 on the season, looking for his first hit of the day. I think he has a 7-game hitting streak going, as that is going to be lifted into left field. Florio going back, not going to be able to make the catch. And Reyes will have a leadoff double, as my ears keep popping here. And will they leave him in? Or will they take him out here? And Florio just looks like he doesn't take very good routes to the ball. He stays out there. Oh, and Nasung Yup steps in. He again had the big single with the two RBIs to tie the game. This time he lifts it to Florio going back and makes the catch. Reyes tags up a big move there by Reyes. Definitely did not think it was deep enough, but Reyes heads up, realizing Florio was not in good position. Wow, that is heads up base running from Reyes. And Reyes is not the most fleet of foot. They would love an extra insurance run here, as that brings in Jung Junu, a 6-3 RBI ground out in his last at bats. They set up on the inside and just catch the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Very important is in left field is now Iwan Suk. Iwan Suk has what you would call a second baseman's arm, as that is low in the dirt, and it's 1-1. The infield has to be in, as they've got to stop the play or the from stop Reyes from scoring, as they are gonna pinch run now. Now you have a runner that will be off on contact. I think it's probably Hante something, I think is his name. Yeah, Hante Young, I think is Hante something. As the 1-1 pitch way outside, and it's 2-1. Hante Young. Yeah, he took over yesterday, so that's the only reason why I know who it is. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. There is one out, by the way, is that misses outside also, and it's 3-1. They may just be thinking about walking him, as Yugong Nam is no longer up. Jung Bo-gun now back behind the plate, so Yugong Nam as he in there for a strike. That runs the counts full. 3-2 count now. His last 3-2 counts was the 6-3 RBI groundouts. He would love to have another RBI here. The Capitan. What is a guy on third doing? He's just running around like in circles. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch. In the dirt, and that is ball four. Runners on first and seconds. Again, not a bad thing here. Not a bad thing. You have Junjanu now on first base, but now you have the double play in order. So while they did walk him, it wasn't necessarily a bad walk. You don't want to get beat by him, because now the second base and third base, or second and short, can play at double play depth, not be way in on the grass, as Jung Bo-gun steps in, getting his first at bat of the day. As that is popped up, left fielder Iwan Suk going to grab it. He's running in, makes the play. The throw home gets away on the air, and he is not out, as EJ Wan cannot make the catch. Iwan Suk airmailed that, and that was absolutely awful base running by Jun Janu. As He gets the fly ball. Iwan Suk comes up with a good throw, but he skips the cutoff man. EJ Wan not able to make the play, and then the throw should have gotten him. It should have gotten him, but EJ Wan can't make the catch. Oh, they love EJ Wan, man. I don't even know how to score that. Obviously, we got an error on Hanwha. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why I just don't know why he's. I have no idea. And I don't know how to score that because I don't know exactly. I'm waiting for the official scoring. So here we go. 5-3 Lotte. Hanwha will have to score 2 before they get 3 outs. They will have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up as Ito Yoon is pinch hitting here. And that's in there for a strike. So Ito Yoon hitting a 258 on the season. Played great last year, played great the year before. So they went out and signed the guy that's not even hitting 200. And that is low 1-1. Still trying to. Okay, so what they gave on the official play is a error on yeah, they gave an error on Iwan Suk. Is fouls that away, and it's 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Ito Yoon pinch hitting here, and a swing and a miss, and that's one away here in the top of the 9. That'll flip the lineup back over though. Wong Young Mook. Yeah, because it wasn't online. They'll always give the error to the whoever's throwing before anyone else. And I don't know what just happened. Oh, okay, there was a strike. I don't know if it was a swinging strike. I don't know if it was a looking strike. I don't know if it was a pitch clock violation because we didn't get to see anything. Oh, God. Just give up the game. Just give up. Even the announcers are laughing. They're not laughing at that, but I'm pretending they're laughing at what I'm laughing at. And I'm sure what Kiwi is laughing at. So there we go. 3 pitches, 3 swings, 0 pitches in the strike zone. Oh, it's so funny watching him. Like 3 pitches, nowhere near the strike zone, 3 swings, 3 misses, 1 out. 2 outs now. All right, that brings up Florial. Florial trying to extend his hit streak as that is foul. I thought that was a crushed home run as just a little out in front of it. Just out in front of it there. Yep. A swing and a miss there. Luke, you didn't. I thought you just came back to see number 16 as swing and miss at 3 straight pitches down and away out of the zone. All right. Florial down to his last strike to attempt to extend his 13-game hitting streak. Florial calls time. I told you this is where he works his magic. Florial 0-2 works to a 3-2 count and then gets his hits. It happened twice yesterday. It's going to happen again, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, really. Yep. I'm telling you, man. There's ball 1. 2-0 count, call time. Work your full count and then get your hit. Oh, fouls that right into Jungbo Gun's mask. All right, so the 1-2 pitch, 2 outs. Florial 13-game hitting streak on the line. Hanwha's 8-game winning streak on the line. A swing and a miss, and that will end the game. That will end the streaks. Hanwha with 8 straight wins, but they fall to Lotte 5-3. Park Se-hung somehow gets the win in this game. Absolutely amazing. So it really I don't know how to explain this. Hanwha, yeah, he didn't have any ice on it or anything. He just had it wrapped there. So Lotte gets the win. Hanwha's winning streak is stopped. Again, I talked about this. Hanwha, their winning streak was against very bad teams. Lotte is a better than a very bad team. Again, I don't know if Lotte is a playoff team, but Lotte is not a bad team. They didn't get the win yesterday. Lotte almost came from behind. Lotte just kind of chipped away all yesterday, all game, and then today, all game. Hanwha had 7 walks and 4 hits, but outside of the second inning, they had 0 hits with runners on base. They ended up, so they went 2 for 5 in the second inning with runners on base, 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. After that, they went 0 for 9 with runners on base and 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They left 8 runners on base on the day. So Hanwha had plenty of base runners, but they couldn't do anything with them. The same thing happened yesterday. In the first inning, they went 4 for 6 with runners on base, 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. After that, They went 0 for 8 with runners on base and 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. So in the series, minus those 2 innings, they went 0 for 17 with runners on base and 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Lotte, on the other hand, yesterday they didn't necessarily do well. They went 8 for 21 with runners on base and 4 for 12 with runners in scoring position, which was uh all four of their runs yesterday. Today a little bit better. Uh as I calculate this here. Uh, Main thing was in the fourth inning. That's when the only place that they got their hits with runners in scoring position. Outside of that, it really wasn't anything. Yeah. So, uh, yeah, Lotte gets the win. They stop Hanwha's winning streak. Something that is more important that a lot of people haven't talked about is the fact Lotte won the first 2 games in Daejeon. Hanwha does not play well in Busan. They do split the series 1-1. So now Lotte is up 3 games to 1. And that's important because if the teams are tied, then Lotte would have the advantage. If they're tied for the final playoff spot or the top playoff spot, either one, uh, the head-to-head matchup goes into play where they would play a 1-game playoff. And with that, the game would be held in Busan, where again, Hanwha doesn't pitch well. Park Se-eung pitches much better. Jin does not pitch well on the road. All those things lead to a Lotte advantage. Obviously, it's still early in the season, and you know talking about playoffs. Although Hanwha fans are all talking about playoffs constantly, but big there is they have now won 3 out of the 4 games in the series. So if they are close late in the season, very important there. An Ji-hong did come up with a big 2 outs RBI single or 2 RBI single, uh, but he did get hurt again. Whether or not he comes out or not, Kim Tae-yeon wasn't available. Im Jong-chan played in the series and was not good. Again, he's not good. Shim Woo-jun came up with a big RBI single again, but all the rest of the time, not very good. Did obviously play very good defense, but he's got to be subbed late in the game, in a close game because he can't hit. Then they brought in the ultimate weapon, number 16, who struck out on 3 straight swings, on 3 straight pitches outside of the zone. Ryun Jin takes the loss. Rough for him. He was pitching well, 6 innings, 93 pitches, 7 hits, 1 home run. Walked 1, gave up 7 strikeouts, but ended up giving up 4 runs as he ran into trouble there in late in the 6th inning. So ran into issues. He hasn't been able to really go deep into games. 6 innings is the most he can go. He can't really throw past 90 pitches at this point. Hanwha still has 6 more years with him on the team. But Park Se-eung got the win. Not something you would ever expect, as he started off the game 15 pitches in the first inning, but then threw 40 pitches in the second inning. But from there, 10, 17, 16, and then he came back out for the 6th. I could not believe he came back out for the 6th. He was at 98 pitches, came out through 10 pitches, ended up a strikeout, a 5-3 ground out, and a strikeout to finish with 9 strikeouts, finish with a quality start. Then in the bottom of the 6th, Lotte takes the lead to give him a win, moves him to 5-1 on the season in his 6 games. Ryun Jin falls to 2-1 on the season. Again, I talked about this before. Hanwha cannot score when Ryunjin is on the mound. Sometimes they'll obviously have a breakthrough here and there when they're playing like really really bad teams, but they cannot score when Hanwha has Ryunjin on the mound. Once he comes off the mound, sometimes they can score, but anyway, that is it for me. I will be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I believe is oh man, who is tomorrow night? Hanwha versus. I think tomorrow I'm doing Hanwha versus KT. Am I? I don't know. I got to check now. Does anybody know who I'm doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, Lotte versus Doosan. So tomorrow I'll be here for Lotte at John Show at Doosan. So 6:30 tomorrow. Saturday will be LG at Kia at 2 o'clock. If they finish early, KT versus Hanwha Saturday at 5, and then also KT versus Hanwha at 2 o'clock on Sunday. So Lotte at Doosan tomorrow, LG at Kia on Saturday, and then we'll see for the rest of it. And well, uh, as always, once again, thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time.